All right, this is going to be a first video in our video series on statements. Now, statements in math are a little bit different than statements in regular English. So we're going to go over the details of this. This can be kind of confusing because usually the first time you run into statements in math is going to be in geometry, and you really haven't seen anything like this before. This is a completely different way to start looking at math. So we're going to go over this. I'm going to have a video for each different type of statement. We have our original statement we're going to talk about now, and then we're going to talk about related statements in future videos. Okay? So let's start with what a statement is. A statement in math is going to be like a sentence, okay? Except for in math, we have two parts to the statement. We have a hypothesis and we have a conclusion. So our hypothesis of our statement, this is our if part. And our conclusion is then going to be our then part. Okay? So I'm going to write a statement. So if it is raining outside, then the sidewalk will be wet. Okay, so here is my statement. I'm going to use my highlighter to kind of dissect this with you. So my hypothesis of my statement is it is raining outside. That's going to be my if part. And then my conclusion of my statement is going to be my then part, which is the sidewalk will be wet. Okay. Right now, this seems really basic, but when we go into the other related statements, then we're going to see that clearly defining the hypothesis and the conclusion of a statement is super critical to be able to understand all those related statements. Now, quickly, I want to give you a little bit of math notation here. So another way that we write a statement is we do this weird little notation, which is an arrow between a P and a Q. And the way that we read this is if P, forget my comma, then Q. So if we wanted to think about this, then our hypothesis would be P. So our P part of our sentence that we had above is it is raining outside. And our Q would be our conclusion. And in our sentence, our Q was the sidewalk will be wet. So if you ever see that weird little notation, when you have a little arrow going from one letter to another, that means if P, then Q. And it's a way to write a conditional. So I could also have wrote that sentence above by writing, it is raining outside, arrow, the sidewalk will be wet. It's kind of like writing therefore. Okay. I'm going to, on the next page, just give you a couple examples. I want to make sure it's super clear. So, okay. So here is another statement. It says, if I practice my math skills, I will do better in the course. So I'm going to give you a second. I want you to think about this. What part is going to be the hypothesis and what part will be the conclusion? I just noticed I had a typo. There we go. Okay, I think that's enough time. So our hypothesis is I practice my math skills. And our conclusion is, I will do better in the course. Couple more, so. Okay, so here is our next statement. It says, if I drive too fast, then I will get a ticket. I'm not going to give you too much time this time. But this time, our hypothesis is I drive too fast. And our conclusion is I will get a ticket. All right, so that's just a quick overview of what a statement is in your math course and what the different parts of a statement are, the hypothesis and the conclusion.